Hello children, happy welcome to everyone. This is Lavanya. In the previous class we have learnt about organic farming, where we have discussed about vermicompost, panchagavya, and how to prepare this vermicompost, panchagavya. And even we have discussed about biofertilizers, where there are different types of biofertilizers like bacterial, fungal and algal, where bacterial biofertilizers are rhizobium and azotobacter, and algal biofertilizers are blue-green algae, and fungal biofertilizers are mycorrhiza and penicillium, etc. These all are the different types of biofertilizers which we have discussed in the previous class. And next, coming to this today's concept, let us discuss about crop protection, where we will be discussing about the effects of chemical fertilizers and weed plants, and how the insect and plant diseases can be controlled, and pest controlling methods. So, first of all, how to protect the crop from different types of diseases. Up to now we have discussed about increasing the productivity. Not only increasing productivity and increasing the nutrients in the soil and increasing the nutrients in the plants is essential, even protecting the crop at a particular time is also very important to control different types of diseases and to control different types of disease causing organisms. There are different types of disease causing organisms, starting from insects to the microscopic organisms which are visible, which are not visible to our naked eye. So, let us discuss. First of all, before going to discuss about crop protection, let us discuss about the different types of weeds. What is meant by weed? A weed is nothing but a waste plant which grows along with the main crop, which destroys the availability of nutrients, which destroys the availability of water, and even which destroys the availability of exposing to the sunlight. This weed plants mainly they affect upon the main crop. The plants, the waste plants which grow along with the main crop and absorb more water, more nutrients and more sunlight than the proper main crop is called as a weed plants. So to destroy these weed plants, there are different types of weedicides. But is it good spraying of weedicides? No. Why? Because even sometimes they destroy the dicotyledonous plants. Even sometimes they affect upon the productivity upon the main crop. So, even removing these weed plants in a proper time is also very much essential to supply sufficient amount of nutrients and water to the main crop. And then next, coming to the chemical fertilizers. Usage of chemical fertilizers. Of course, all the time we cannot use natural manure or organic manure. Sometimes the farmers may also go with the chemical fertilizers like nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium, etc. Along with this, NPK, superphosphates, and even different types of chemical nutrients are also essential for the crops, which need to be supplied in a sufficient manner. Okay, they should not be used in an excessive manner. If it is used in an excessive manner, then automatically it affects the fertility of the soil. Excess usage of fertilizers, of course, only for about 5 to 10 years they can increase the productivity. But for a long period of time, as the soil gets addicted to that of fertilizers, it loses its natural health, and it loses its natural fertility, and completely the soil becomes unfertile, which in further cannot produce any productivity in the crops. So excess usage of fertilizers also damages the main crop, and even it also damages the fertility of the soil. So these superphosphates, ammonium sulfate, potassium nitrate and pyrethroids, these all are the different types of chemical fertilizers which are used along with this NPK. NPK is nothing but nitrogen, phosphorus and potassium. These are used in sufficient quantities where the fertility of the soil may not be destroyed. And then next, coming to this insect and plant diseases. There are different types of plant diseases which will be affected with the insects and as well as with the microorganisms. As we know that there are different types of insecticides and fungicides which destroy the insects and microorganisms. But all the time it is not good using these insecticides and fungicides. Why? Because these insecticides may also affect the useful insects. Okay, useful insects like that of the insect eating insects. Okay, friendly insects. Some of the insects are friendly for the farmers. Okay, such type of insects are helpful in natural pest controlling methods. So this insect eating insects also increases the productivity. How? Insect eating insects are actually they are allowed to grow into the fields. They are allowed into the fields. Such type of insect eating insects can also be called as a friendly insects. So friendly insects like spiders, dragonfly, merits, ladybird, etc. Actually, these different types of insects, they eat the larvae of Jessic, thrips, stem borer type of insects, etc. And when these insects are allowed to grow in the fields, then other different types of harmful insects and harmful microorganisms can be destroyed. So these insect diseases are of different types. Okay, insect diseases may affect the crops in swelling of the leaves. The leaves gets folded. When some insects affect upon the fields, the swelling of leaves is observed and decoloration. The natural color of the fruit, the natural color of the flowers, the natural color of the leaves will be destroyed, and the next even rusting of leaves. Okay, rusting of leaves. Also, these all are the different types of diseases which occur because of the insects. So, for this purpose, to control the effect of these insects, different types of insecticides and fungicides can be used. So, but it is very harmful spraying of these insecticides and fungicides. Why? Because the person who sprays these insecticides and pesticides, health will be affected. Okay, with the lung diseases, lung related diseases, bronchitis related diseases. The person who sprays these insecticides and fungicides will be affected with the different types of diseases. That's why, in order to avoid these all effects, we need to follow these natural food chain or predatory insects or predatory birds. So such type of predatory insects are nothing but friendly insects which eat the insects or which eat the disease causing insects. And even some of the birds can be introduced into the fields like sparrows, etc. Type of birds can be introduced into the fields which eat upon the disease causing insects. Best example here is a sparrow which feed upon the locust insect. Actually, locust insect is an insect which affect the rice fields, which affects upon the paddy crop. So this locust insect can be destroyed by these sparrows. Like that, we can introduce insects and birds which can control different types of disease causing insects and microorganisms. And the next, one of the best method of natural pest controlling method is natural insect controlling method is lighted bulbs. Okay, near the fields, bulbs are lighted so that all the insects gets gathered near that lighted bulb, and that can be captured and they can be killed. The harmful insects can be captured and killed. That lighted bulbs in the villages can be called as Deepaku Theralu. And this Deepaku Theralu method is also helpful to control different types of harmful insects which causes different types of diseases. These all are the different types of natural pest controlling methods. And one more important thing here is how to control the diseases by crop rotation and alternate cropping. These crop rotation methods and alternate mixed cropping methods not only helpful for the productivity, they are also helpful to control the insect plant diseases and pest diseases. Like for example, black gram and groundnut. Okay, growing of a black gram along with the groundnut can destroy Tungro viral disease upon the paddy crop. Growing of this multiple crop, that is the black gram and groundnut, when they are grown after this before the paddy, then this Tungro viral disease can be destroyed, can be avoided. And the next, even cotton, maize, gingerly. Okay, this growing of this cotton, maize, gingerly can control this gram caterpillar disease. Gram caterpillars can be controlled by growing this cotton, maize and gingerly crops. And even growing of mixed crops like Jethropa along with cotton and marigold along with mirchi. These are the different types of mixed crops, combination of mixed crops which can control different types of insects which causes diseases for different types of crops. And these are the different types of methods for protecting the crop to produce more yield. So this is about improvement in agricultural production or food production, where the sustaining of soil health. Okay, it is not only helpful for it is just not to increase the productivity in agricultural field. It is also helpful to sustain the soil health, means to retain the soil health. The soil health is also very important for increasing the productivity. And even agricultural practices, different types of agricultural practices like crop rotation, okay, mixed cropping, and different types of irrigation techniques like drip irrigation and sprinkler irrigation, and even growing of dry crops, and even utilizing the dry land areas. These all are the best methods which are being innovative practices in agricultural fields. This is about our concept improving in agricultural field. And not only that, my humble suggestion for all schools and colleges is that we need to encourage the students for weekend farming. Okay, we need to encourage the students for weekend farming, and even field trips into agricultural fields as educational tours, which develops not only the knowledge regarding this agriculture and importance of the farmers need to be known. Why? Because agriculture and food production is the only way which is helpful for the survival of living organisms on the world. So all the living organisms, including human beings and different types of animals, okay, they directly or indirectly depends upon the food production which is produced by the agriculture. And this is very important for us to know how the agricultural fields are being maintained by the farmers. What is the struggle of the farmer need to be known by these educational trips, which need to be taken as agricultural trips and educational trips and field trips. So which need to be taken as weekend farming need to be maintained to know about the importance of agriculture. This is about agriculture, improvement in agriculture and food production. By this we have completed our concept. Thank you.